Glenn,
Yes, Jaimeh?
I just heard some news about you, and I'm kind of surprised by it, considering we've been working on Destination Adventure for a while now.
Okay.
I just today learned that you were part of your high school broadcasting class.
Oh, yes. It's where my first love of broadcasting, video, audio came from. But what I did back then is nothing like what they're doing in Nickerson today. Check it out.
It's time to turn my dreams into schemes in the plans, plans in the history. Show them who I am. I'ma show them who I am. Talk about it, be about it. Show them who I am.
I'm here at Nickerson High School with just 2 of the students that get to filter through here on a giant project. Can you give us a little bit of information about what this is that you guys do?
Well, I'm Tabitha Barr, and I started out in the news, just script writing and then anchoring, and now I am working on a ton of projects, like creating a website for our Panther Productions, and also working on an alumni project and showcasing what our school was even before we were here.
I'm Lacey Sutton, and I usually just script write and anchor, and I also help out with our social media, so our Snapchat and our Instagram, and a little bit of everything.
So what do you see career-wise? Has this shaped anything that you want to do in your future?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, this is what I want to do. I'm hoping to go into a major of broadcasting and journalism. And this is definitely helping me be more into it and educate me on how to base my findings and to advertise what I'm doing out to the community.
When you were, let's say, elementary school to now, what has happened along this time period that has put you right here, right now, and where do you see it going?
I've definitely gotten more outgoing because of it. I like being anchor and being on camera, so it's definitely brought me out of my shell a lot.
So what do you see as your next step?
It's very interesting to see where I stood freshman year, because I wanted to go into psychology, and then I got into this and I actually learned my way around it, and I love it. It's very fun and inventive and creative, and you get to be yourself. And I think that's one of the best things about it.
So what would you like to, if you could tell freshmen, if you could tell 6th graders, if you could tell even 4th graders, kindergartners, what would you say to be doing right now? Do you think that's too young to be thinking about their future?
I definitely don't think it's ever too soon to start thinking about that. Like, that's your life. And it could change 1,000 times. Mine's changed like 3 times since last year. It probably won't stay the same from when you're a 6th grader, but definitely like try and just find your niche in life. Like, find what you like to do and go after it. Like, don't just settle for something that you are okay with. It's an okay thing. Like, go after what you actually want to do, and like always think about it. Do your research on things and just find what fits you.
I'm standing here with 2 of my new friends. They're going to show me how to fly a drone.
This one makes it go forwards, backwards, left, right.
Okay.
The left stick makes it go up, down, all that.
Okay.
So to start it, you want to take both these sticks and
Okay.
push them down here together
Okay.
at the same
Yeah,
time.
so the inside corners.
Like
Down and in.
Down and in.
oh, down.
Or,
Oh,
yep,
sorry.
That's fine. That way.
Okay, I see.
Okay.
Okay, so
So
that's
then
like
it-
starting your engine.
Yep, and then
Yeah.
you can shut it off the same way. Yep, and then just let go.
So now to go up and down, use your left stick, and that makes it go up. And then whenever you want it to stop moving, you just take your hand off that button and it'll hover.
And I don't want to push it too much because I'm afraid of the rafters. What is your favorite part? I mean, absolutely favorite part of this.
My favorite part is when I fly it, just seeing all the little kids freak out and how amazed they are. And it just kind of makes it like, I don't know, it just makes me happy seeing them all so excited.
That was fun. I'm not going to lie. That was so exciting. how did you guys get started? Is this a class that you take in school?
Yes, it's called video production,
Okay.
and that's where I learned how to do it all. I learned from a senior that had left the year before, but then I had to take over and teach everyone else.
How did that feel?
It was kind of nerve-wracking because, like, in my head, I thought if I mess something up, then I would think it's on my shoulders because, like, if they crash it or something, then it's like, oh, I taught them wrong or something. Like, that's just something I worried about.
Now, Mrs. Riffel told me that you are certified flyers. Now, what does that mean?
We go through.
She sits there and demonstrates how to do it, and then hands you the control, and pretty much you have to prove that you know what you're doing. You have to fly it around a little bit up over people, kind of show that you're safe and that you know what to do, and then she certifies you. Is basically it, and that you know the rules, like you're not allowed to fly over people, or make sure you don't get too close to things. Just the basic controls, and understand how the camera works.
Now, you fly, but you do things that aren't at the sporting events per se. Like, you don't do football, but what do you do with the drone when you're...
We fly it, like, at the last homecoming parade, we flew it there. Miss Riffel flew that. And then at the pep rallies, we have someone who flies it during them to get footage of everyone cheering and having fun.
So what do you see the purpose as the drone? What does it bring a deeper depth to your school, well, your community, your education?
Well, I believe that it gives you more of like a mechanical side of recording. Like, not everything is all just cameras in front. It gives you more of like an up above of everything, because cameras, you only can get like a square of people. With the drone, you can get above them and see everything down. So you kind of see what nobody else can really see through a camera or being there. You kind of see a whole group of people.
Now, what do you see yourself doing with this? Are you going to stay into the video and the video production, or?
I definitely thought about going to college for this kind of stuff, and I've had an interest in it since about my sophomore year. But I've also thought of other options, but it's definitely something that's always going to be there.
We just got to watch a live taping of Panther TV. What we're seeing now is the students in the editing mode now that they finished up. I'm going to have you explain a little bit of what's going on back here.
We get onto our iMacs, and it is Final Cut Pro is the program that they use, and the recordings are sent to, it's Trinity right now. Trinity, you want to wave? Trinity, and she is producing it, where she's putting some of the intros and outros, transitions, checking the audios, because some of us are louder than others, and just all the stuff you do with video editing. And then she shared it to YouTube, and we share that link to all the teachers here, and then they actually upload the videos themselves to Facebook, and then we share it out that way too.
So what are the other, what's each student doing in their role?
Well, a lot of them, if they're not video producing right now, then they're working on one of their video projects, which they're doing a video project through Animoto, just showcasing how you can create videos in different places. So when we use Final Cut Pro, it's only on our iMacs because it's a program that we had to pay for. And there's other videoing tools that you can use for editing. Animoto is one of them that we're using this week, that they can use on their Chromebooks. They can use it at home, that kind of thing. So they're creating projects with that as well.
As a thank you for letting us come into your classroom and share, we want to give you this ESSDACK Destination Adventure, which is this project that we are also promoting and doing, because we want to go to classrooms, we want to see, but we also want the kids to be able to remember and have a memento of this adventure that we had to have today.
Well, thank you so much. This is awesome. So much fun.